That incident is now the basis for a novel called Philadelphia Fire by John Edgar Wideman. The characters come from Wideman's own life. They include his son, who at 16 killed another boy and was imprisoned for life. Tonight, John Edgar Wideman offers the other voice on being black in America.
The African-American writer Richard Wright made the point that between blacks and whites in this country there's a struggle over the nature of reality. And one aspect of that battle is the defining of the black American man. A week ago I was in Houston, and I was there to promote a book. And so I was staying at a very nice hotel, luxury hotel. And I had a few minutes, so I decided to walk up to the pool. I almost bumped into another black man. And I guessed he was a security guard because of his blazer. Sure enough, I sat down on the deck, and in about 30 seconds after I sat down, this guy came up to me and asked if I were a guest at the hotel. I said yes. And he asked me, well, do you have a key? And I showed him the key, but by then, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I felt I was being interrogated, and I wondered why. Does it have something to do with the fact that I am a black man? And isn't it ironic that he is also one? The worst possible thought was that maybe this man, this guard, had internalized the stereotype, the racial stereotype, the oppression, the racism, and that he was now a perpetuator. Was it for my security? I don't know. I do know that a couple days later, when I returned home to Amherst, I was talking to a guy I know from playing ball, and he had been picked up by the police on his way home from a religious revival meeting. Why was he picked up? Because he and a friend, a Puerto Rican guy, looked suspicious. That's what the cops told them. And when they were arrested, they were hassled, they were beaten, they were abused, verbally abused, and provoked by two young white cops. And so I suddenly thought, maybe I wasn't paranoid. Maybe that stuff in Houston that ran through me, I had a right to feel that way. And then I remembered something that James Baldwin said, that bitterness and hate destroys the hater. And so it all comes to me in this rather simple way, comes down to me in this rather simple way, that the challenge for African-American men is to stay alert, stay aware, never give up the fight. Don't let ourselves be hassled, abused, but at the same time not to let the bitterness take over.
Novelist and English professor John Edgar Wideman. Charles and I will be right back.